Hey, thanks, Jamie. That was wonderful introduction. I appreciate that. I think about the time that we've been here, and I'm really excited. I got to tell you, there is no better place to be. And I'm going to talk a little bit today about how somebody my age, and I think I'm younger than Sheldon, so I'm pretty good there. But you think about that, somebody my age, can you make a difference? Can you have a new life? So, so when Terry and I looked at Xperia, we sat down with Darren Galka, and it was kind of an interesting evening. I had already decided to go to another company, and Darren and I got together, and we closed a couple of restaurants that night as we talked about the different things. I've been in the industry 21 years and have had great success in multiple companies, but always wanted to find some place that I could call home as we went through. So the reason I'm calling this the perfect second act is because in life we really do get beat up a little bit, and we still have dreams. Even at my age, we still have dreams. And so you think about that. What are your dreams? What are the things that you want to accomplish? For some people, it's maybe I want to buy a new house. For others, it might be, what about a new car? And actually, I just bought a brand new red car. And so it's exciting. What about going on vacations? What about getting to do something when you're on vacation? It's great to go away, but if you just sit on the beach every day, that's not as much fun. And then, of course, can I spend more time with my grandkids? Can I spend more time with my children? Think about that. Can you spend the time that you want to do with your kids? And what that all amounts to is one thing. It's all about freedom. Freedom is the ability to have what you want when you want it and be able to make the choice. Yes, I can write a check and go and buy a new car for cash if I wanted to today. But it's the freedom to do that, not that I want to do that makes all the difference. So when we started over again, here's the thing. A few years ago, a lady came up to my wife and said, and she was struggling. I mean, she was really struggling, and financially, health-wise, there was so many things going on in her life. And she said to my wife, who was trying to help her, "You cannot understand what I'm going through." Think about that. You can't understand what I'm going through. And then she added, "Because you have a charmed life." Okay, so a charmed life. How many of us really have a charmed life? What you see today, what you see in front of this camera, what you see in your leaders in front of the cameras that they're sitting at, might look like a charmed life, but there's an underlying challenge that they have overcome to get to that point. Nobody just falls into success. You climb that mountain to success. We are really who we are because of the fight, not because of the easiness of the way. When it comes to retirement, there's a dilemma. A survey was done, and Jamie, you put this slide together, and I stole it. But when you think about this, 74% of the population is going to retire with less than $100,000. Why is that? Well, you get beat up in life, right? 5 or 6 years ago, we had 6 figures in our bank account, and then something happened. I got diagnosed with cancer. So for 2 years, we fought that. We fought that we had that in our lives. And so all of a sudden, we're sitting there and we're going, okay, what are we going to do? And so we worked hard. We did everything we could to combat that. And then 2 years later, we had burnt through a lot of our money. We had burned through our savings. And now here I am over 60 going, where am I going to start over again? Here's the thing. Here's the beauty of Xperia. At Xperia, you have a team of people that help you get to where you want to go. I was a lone producer. I had nobody that could back me up. And so I lost some of my clients, and I lost some of those things that were so important to have in place. So really, this is where you catch up. So can you imagine having residual income? At Experior, we create residual income. That is a big deal. You don't live from sale to sale. You build a business that grows residual income. That's what it's all about. So what if you had $1,000 a month coming in from residual income? That's from business that you've already wrote, a team that you've built. Those are where residual income comes from. That's the same as having $240,000 in investments generating 5%. That is a huge deal. That's why Experior really rocks. This industry really rocks. Well, what if you just went to work for 5 years and you built yourself a business that's generating $10,000 worth per month of income? Do you know what the government gives me right now? $565 CPP that I paid into for 47 years. And you think about that and you go, that's nobody's going to retire on CPP. You can't rely on them. You've got to rely on yourself. Here is the way that you can rely on yourself. You build this income, you go to work, you build a team, you build a client base, you build all these things, and this residual income will make up for years and years that you've lost. There is no other industry that's going to make up the time like this one can. So get committed and go to work. You know, it's been said that the gates of history turn on small hinges. Really, so do people's lives. The choices we make each and every single day determine the person we become, the leader we become, the team player that we become. Every one of us wants to have success, but are we willing to pay the price? Each and every decision, every single minute of every single day will be determining where you're going to go. Think about this. Can you be 1% better tomorrow than you are today? How about 0.5%? Now take that over time and you multiply that, and you get the compound effect of that. What is your life going to look like? It is going to be fantastic. So this is your chance. This is your chance to change the future for your family, maybe even for generations to come. History turns on small hinges. You can be the small hinges in your family's history. Then in a few short years, people will look at you and say, you have an absolutely charmed life. Thank you. I love this business. I love being with everybody at Experior. This is your opportunity. Plant your flag and make things happen. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I love it.
Hey, if you like this video or any of the other videos that I have on my channel, stay tuned. We have so many more coming, but I want to make sure that you're in the know, that you know when they're coming. So please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and make sure you hit the notification bell.